Coming up, you may be inconvenienced now, but once a new 4-level garage is constructed on this site, there'll be plenty of parking in Fort Lee. When they're on the job, they mean business, but after hours, they're just like any other family pet. And 9/11 victims are remembered at a memorial service at Constitution Park. Hi, I'm Linda McHugh. Welcome to this month's edition of Fort Lee Today on Demand. The borough is in the process of building a new 4-level parking deck with more than 600 spaces here in the center of town. But until construction is complete at the site of the former municipal lot, the Parking Authority is asking for your patience.
We will be erecting a garage with about 650 spaces. There'll be a liner building that will house possibly and hopefully the post office, the Parking Authority, and the Board of Ed. And this area here will be demolished and there'll be an open plaza.
They'll see a different Fort Lee. I think they'll be thrilled with what the parking lot looks like. It's basically in conjunction of what the modern and the property of Tucker looks like, modern, sleek looking.
We're doing the best we can. This project is in 2 parts. Right now they're doing the utilities part. There's a force main that had to be rerouted, so that's what we're doing now. They should be done relatively soon. We're hoping by the end of the month. Once that's done, we can begin the garage. The garage is expected to take anywhere from 10 to 12 months.
The second and third phase of the project will include the construction of the liner building and the demolition of the post office. This work will not begin until the parking garage is up and running. While construction is taking place, Gallo says the Parking Authority has secured several alternative parking locations.
She's done a lot of hard work getting these extra lots put in, one by above the Modern by Bridge Plaza South and Lemoyne Avenue, the one by Madonna, and we rechanged a lot on Jerome Avenue to make it a 2-hour lot to make it better for the merchants, so people who want to actually shop can shop for 2 hours, come in and out.
To use these long-term lots, you must purchase a permit at the Parking Authority. The monthly permits for all temporary lots are $150.
And I think when it's all said and done, I think the people will be very happy it was built. Right now, unfortunately, they're not quite as happy, but ultimately I think they will be.
They search buildings, patrol our streets, sniff out narcotics and explosives, and apprehend criminals. Meet Fort Lee's 4-legged officers, K-9 Hudson, K-9 Ajax, and K-9 Bodie. Together they play a valuable role in fighting crime, and their handlers say they couldn't ask for better partners.
This is K-9 Ajax. He is my partner. He is a 4-year-old sable-colored German Shepherd from Budapest. He is trained in narcotics detection and patrol work. The dogs are trained to basically stay there if there's no assault and I return to him, or in the case that we just demonstrated, when I get assaulted, the dog breaks the sit and makes another apprehension without me telling him to do so.
Well, this is my partner, K-9 Hudson. He's a 2-year-old Belgian Malinois. He's from Slovakia. He's certified in patrol and also in narcotics. He's trained on besides the odor of narcotics, he's also trained on the human scent. So he can track and lead us to where the criminal ran to.
My partner, K-9 Bodie, he's a 2-year-old German Shepherd from Slovakia, where Zach and John's dog are narcotics, Bodie's explosives. So he's trained on about 18 odors. When he detects on a bomb or any type of explosive device, he sits. Where Zach's dog scratches, obviously with a bomb you don't want that done.
The 2 different styles of dogs are both a vital role to making our community safe.
It's all the town events he's done. He's done a bomb sweep prior to everybody else getting there.
Ajax and I have been involved in seizing over $1 million in U.S. currency in straight cash, and most of that money goes straight to our department. So the dogs cost $6,000, but in 4 years we've already made over $1 million together.
Bodie comes home to me every day. He lives with myself, my wife, my 2 kids. He has a great, what I'll call a switch. You know, he knows when he's at work, he knows when he's not at work.
You definitely develop a bond with the dog. You're with the dog 24/7. He comes with you to work, he comes with you home.
I know that he's always going to have my back. He's always going to do what has to get both of us home.
8 people from Fort Lee were among the nearly 3,000 people who died in the terrorist attack on the World Trade Center 16 years ago. But these residents will never be forgotten. Each year on September 11th, the borough pays tribute to these victims and to Fort Lee's first responders at a memorial service at Constitution Park.
So behind me are a series of plaques that you're going to hear about tonight that celebrate and honor our emergency service agencies. And that ranges everything from our police department, who, among other things, took control of the George Washington Bridge on September 11, 2001.
Our officers provided a host of other essential emergency services throughout the area while maintaining the highest level of security within the borough of Fort Lee.
There was, of course, the fire department that manned many of the firehouses in New York City to respond to calls, because calls don't stop while 9/11 was going on.
Our firefighters were assigned incident command functions at the Port Authority GWB Unified Command Post and provided coverage at several FDNY firehouses.
And then, of course, there's our ambulance corps and OEM that set up this incredible triage center in the field at Fort Lee High School to treat victims. And as many of you know, one of the saddest parts of this story, there were not too many victims in the sense of injuries.
Our members coordinated and established an emergency medical treatment area at the Fort Lee High School, provided resources and supplies in conjunction with the coordinated efforts of the New York City Police Department and the Port Authority Police Department.
See, we take for granted every day what police, fire, EMTs have to do until there is a catastrophe, and then we realize how really important they are.
At the centerpiece of the 9/11 memorial stands a 12-foot steel girder from the World Trade Center's South Tower. The mayor says it was chosen because of the message it sends. The bottom of it shows its strength. It's still in one piece. But the top of the girder is mangled and reminds us of the violence of that day, a day Fort Lee and the rest of the country will never forget. That wraps up our show for September. We'll see you again next time.